Hello everyone. This is the fourth lecture on the reciprocating pumps. Last class we had discussion on indicator diagrams. Today we will discuss some other features of the pump, starting with maximum speed of the reciprocating pump. Now for the perfect pumping conditions, the minimum pressure generated in the suction and delivery pipe should be kept above the vapor pressure of the liquid. Now when the pressure inside the cylinder falls below the vapor pressure, the liquid starts to vaporize and bubbles will be produced, and these bubbles will burst coming near to the surface of the cylinder, and it might cause cavitation. As a result of this, there won't be any continuous flow, and this process is also called as separation. And this separation takes place at the pressure head called as separation pressure head, and it is denoted by H-sep. So I hope you understood what is separation and what is separation pressure head. And this H-sep is actually absolute pressure head. Keep that in mind. Absolute pressure head. Now, the pressure head, the H separation is equal to 7.8 meters vacuum. So absolute value will be equal to 10.3 minus 7.8, that is equal to 2.5 meters. As you can see the graph, there are 2 points at which the pressure head is lowest, that is D and A. So keep that in mind. Point A and D are the 2 points in the whole process where the pressure head will be lowest. So the separation can either occur at A or at D. So we need to find the maximum speed at which, maximum speed during the suction stroke as well as the delivery stroke. So for finding the maximum speed, we'll use this limiting condition, that is H separation is equal to H atmosphere minus Hs plus HAS, and this H sep value is actually absolute pressure value. Now but we know the formula for HAS, that is Ls by G into A by AS omega square R. We'll substitute that here and we'll get this equation. So in this equation, from this equation we can find the maximum value of N. Similarly, during delivery stroke also, applying these conditions, we'll get this another similar equation, and the maximum speed is selected by selecting the minimum of 2 speeds given by the above 2 cases A and B. Clear? So I hope you understood what is separation and what is H-sep. Now air vessels. Air vessel is a closed chamber having an opening at the base. As you can see, there is an opening here, and one air vessel is connected to the suction pipe and another to the delivery pipe at points close to the cylinder of a single acting reciprocating pump. It consists of compressed air at the top and water in the bottom. I'll explain the working principle of air vessel. I'll explain the suction part first. Now, as you can see, during the suction process, pistons move from this position to this position, right? That is, during the first half, piston moves from 0 to 90 degree. Now when it reaches 90 degree, the piston will be at the middle position. So during the first half, there is acceleration in the piston, right? So before that, you need to understand that when we're using air vessel, we will consider the velocity in the pipes to be a mean velocity, that is V mean. Okay, so when there is acceleration, the velocity in the suction pipe will be greater than V mean. That means what happens is the amount of discharge to be supplied to the cylinder will be greater than the discharge that is available in the pipe. So to compensate that, water from the air vessel will also be sucked in. That happens in the first half of the suction stroke. During the second half of the suction stroke, the velocity in the suction pipe will be less than the mean velocity. That means the discharge in the pipe will be more, and the cylinder does not need that much amount of discharge. So a part of that discharge will be stored inside the air vessel, which will be used again in the next cycle, that is again in the first half of the suction stroke. So I hope you understood that. Same thing happens in the delivery pipe also. Now what we'll do is we'll find the work saved by fitting an air vessel onto a reciprocating pump. Now listen carefully. Now by fitting the air vessel, the acceleration and frictional resistance can be considerably reduced. Okay. Now this graph is an indicator diagram with the effect of friction without air vessel. We are now considering the air vessel here, and we are also considering the effect of friction. That is why there are two parabolic curves in the top and bottom. Now the head loss due to friction in the suction and delivery pipe is given by this equation. We have already derived this in the previous class. So maximum HF will occur at theta is equal to 90 degree. So HF is equal to 4FL by 2GD into A by small a into R omega the whole square. Now work done by the pump against friction is, this is W1, and it will be proportional to the area of the parabola, that is 2 by 3 into base of parabola into height of parabola. So base is stroke length and height of the parabola is HF. So we already have the HF equation. We'll substitute that here and we'll get this as the final equation. So keep that in mind. So this is the area to which work is proportional to, area of the parabola. Next is work done against friction with air vessel. Now when the air vessels are fitted on the suction and delivery pipes, the velocity of flow in the pipes may be assumed to be uniform and equal to the mean velocity of flow. That is what I told before, which is equal to V mean. Now mean velocity of flow is given by discharge of the pump by area of the pipe. You know what is discharge, right? That is LAN by 60 divided by A divided by small a. Clear? So in that HF we can write 4FL V square by 2GD. Here velocity is V mean. And what we do is, for V mean we'll substitute this ALN by 60 by small a here. Clear? So finally you'll get this equation. So as you can see, this HF equation, in this HF equation, HF is independent of the crank angle. Hence the indicator diagram for HF, you have to keep that in mind. The indicator diagram for HF will be rectangle ABB dash A dash and CD D dash C dash. That means this area and this area. Clear? So the work done against friction will be proportional to area of the indicator diagram. That is, please look at the bottom part of the page. That is W2 area of the rectangle. W2 will be proportional to area of the rectangle, that is length of the rectangle into height. That is, this height is HF, right? Now finally you'll get this equation for W2. Clear? Now we need to find the work saved, right? So work saved will be equal to W1 minus W2. Percentage work saved will be equal to W1 minus W2 by W1. We substitute all that here, which we have found out in the previous pages. substituting all this, we'll get 2 by 3 minus 1 by pi square divided by 2 by 3 into 100. We'll get as 84.8%. So when air vessels are fitted to suction and delivery pipes of a single acting pump, the percentage work done against friction saved is 84.8%. So I hope you have understood what is separation, what is separation head, that is HSEP, and what are the uses of air vessels, and how will it help in giving us a continuous flow in a reciprocating pump. So if you have any doubts, please feel free to contact me. I'll always be happy to help. Thank you.